So, San Jose getting work done. And what do I mean by that? They literally are getting work done. San Jose re-signed two players for unrestricted free agent and a restricted free agent. And I think you can stay. Free agency is not over, but it's dialed down a little bit. Like, I think Calvin DeHaan is like maybe the biggest fish now. So we'll talk about that. So late day two, James Neal went to the Flames earlier, but I think our last big one, Joe Thornton off once again back to the San Jose Sharks. So he re-signed to San Jose for 1 year at $8 million deal. So he's back with San Jose for one more year on a one. He's back with San Jose on an $8 million deal for 1 year. And you could say that's a lot for Thornton, but again, it's 1 year. He's a 39-year-old. He's gonna be. I think he might be retiring next season, so it might be like his last season. So personally, I think that's nearly the right amount of money for him. He's a solid center for you, and he's a solid player. He was injured this season, but let's get to his stats. 47 games this season, 13 goals, 23 assists for 36 points. And he was injured, but that's it right there. 36 points in 47 games for a 38-year-old, because he just turned 39 today. That's pretty solid to me. I mean, if he played the rest of that season, he played the last 35 games, he could end up having a 50, maybe even a 60-point season. His career totals are 1,493 games, 397 goals, 1,030 assists for 1,427 points. He is nearly a point per game player. And for him to sign an $8 million deal for that, that's not bad at all. And again, it also maybe depends on what type of Joe Thornton you get. If you get that type of Joe Thornton, who's a point per game player, and this type of season Joe Thornton, like before he got injured type of Joe Thornton, when he had 36 points in 47 games, it's pretty solid. However, if you get this type of also season Joe Thornton, where he plays good and then gets injured for nearly half the season, that might be a little bit, wow, you paid $8 million for a guy who played just about half and then got injured. Playoff, he didn't show up for the playoffs because he didn't play for the playoffs. He was still injured. 160 games, 27 goals, 96 assists, 123 points. I think my only concern with this is, will he be ready? Because, he's injured. Is he fully healthy? Will he be healthy when they come back, or will he not be healthy? That raises some eyebrows for me. We'll have to wait and see. So, there's that. And on top of that, Tomas Hertl signed a 4-year deal. Money is not known at the time. Once I find out how much it was, I'll put it in the comments section below. So, if you want to see how much Tomas Hertl makes, look at the comments. Tomas Hertl, 4-year, like I said, unknown cap hit. He's a 24-year-old center/winger. He can play both positions. He played 79 games this season, 22 goals, 24 assists for 46 points. 46 points for a young 24-year-old player, to me that's pretty solid. He's a solid young player. He has a lot of time to grow. He's a good player. He's a young, good player, so he could end up still becoming a really good player. Still young, has time to grow. Just gotta give him time. His career, 328 games, 81 goals, 89 assists for 170 points in his career. Still, again, you can give him time. He's still learning. Well, not learning as much. He's still growing because he's still young. Playoffs this season, he contributed for San Jose in the playoffs for sure. 10 games, 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points in 10 games for the San Jose Sharks. Tomas Hertl this playoffs. Yeah, solid playoffs. And career in the playoffs, 43 games, 14 goals, 13 assists, 27 points in his career in the playoffs. So he's a solid young player who is going to grow to even become an even better player. So I think that's a solid signing. He is a restricted free agent. I don't think he was going to go anywhere else unless, for some reason, San Jose wanted to trade him or someone had an offer sheet for him. But I highly doubt it would happen. But yeah, San Jose gets their re-signs. They get those 2 players back. Joe Thornton. Question in mind, my concern for Joe, was he re-signed because San Jose didn't get Tavares or even Paul Stastny? Was he re-signed because of that? Because if they signed Tavares, I think the cap hit for Tavares a year is going to be $13 or $13.5 million a year. So would they still sign Thornton if they had the room? Or even if they signed Paul Stastny, would they still would have signed Joe Thornton? That's my question. And they got 2 guys back because that's good because their lineups would have been a problem. Your first line right now is Kane, Pavelski, Donskoy, and without Hertl and Thornton, your second line would be Mier, Couture, LeBanc. Your third line would be Sorensen, Tierney, and Carlson. Your fourth line would be who would be the left winger on the right fourth line? Gambrell and Goudreau. But with Hertl in it, Mier down to the third line left wing, Sorensen down to the fourth line left wing. Where does Thornton go? I talked about this with the James Neal deal. The problem I had with the James Neal deal was simply for the fact is where the hell do you put James Neal on your lineup? There's not a lot. There's like questionable spots on where you put him. And Thornton, it's nearly not the same, but it's kind of is. I think for me the obvious spot is definitely probably the third line center. Tierney goes to the fourth line. Gambrell would be a healthy scratch. But you have a chance to put Kane, Pavelski, Couture, Pavelski. Pavelski, Couture, could you put them on the wing? On the first line? Pavelski was a winger before for you, but it didn't really work. But that was 4 years ago. Things have changed. So would it work now with that? So would it be Kane, Pavelski, and then your second line would be Hertl, Thornton, and LeBanc, or Donskoy. And then again, the problem is you put Pavelski Couture on the line together, you don't have that Pavelski-Donskoy connection. Donskoy goes to the third, LeBanc has to go down to the third line. So, it's like, where do you put Joe? I think it's obvious that you put him on the third line center position. But then again, you have other options to put him. So, anyway, Joe Thornton and Tomas Hertl re-signed. Both for San Jose, $8 million for Joe for a year. Hertl stays there for another 4 years, not knowing what the money is. I say $5 million to $5.5 million. I would say, or maybe even $6 million for Hertl. His last cap hit was $3 million. It's good to have Joe Thornton back. It'd be hard to see him not in San Jose. He's back in San Jose, and who knows? What if Thornton was there for the playoffs? Could have the Sharks beaten Vegas? Never know. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching this video. So like I said, once Hertl's money comes out, I will put that in the comments section below. So if you want to see how much he does make, please go check out the comments. Please like and subscribe and put down any comments, suggestions on what do you think about this signing. Is it good? Is it bad? This will probably be the last video of the day, unless we see another type of Ryan O'Reilly trade like last night. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.